I'm Richard and welcome to Zappy Productions, and today we'll be taking a look at the EOS R3 using a third-party lens. This is a Sigma 135mm f1.8 lens, and it's one of the really good 135mm lens out there. However, it's a third-party lens and it's based on the old autofocus technology, unlike the latest Sigma. So let's see how it performs on the R3, third-party lens, older technology, on the latest Canon body, and let's see how it performs. So today we'll be taking a look at the R3 using vehicle auto detection. There is a vehicle mode in this R3 and you can actually detect vehicles running towards you. And to really, keep this test consistent, because I want to do this also for the Nikon cameras in the future where I'm going to get in for review, and also when I go to test other lenses, I bought a TRX 4 RC vehicle. This is the Traxxas vehicle. It's a 110 scale. Quite a big vehicle, as you can see, and it runs around 11 miles an hour. So that's about 18 km per hour. It runs towards the subject. So, in this situation, especially in close range from 30 meters to about 15 meters, it is a very challenging task for most autofocus system to really keep the camera in focus on the subject itself. This is not a walking speed. Walking speed is probably closer to like 4 kilometers per hour, about 2 or 3 miles an hour, while this is traveling at a whole 11 miles an hour. Now, I'm going to also probably get a faster, larger vehicle in the future, and that is for testing in extreme conditions and, of course, using a much faster native lens to do it. But let's see how it performs on this vehicle itself. So let me show you how it looks like, before the shot starts and after the shot is done. So the thing is that, me wondering, I'm just testing on an RC vehicle and this is a 110 scale. It's not like very huge. So before it starts, right, it is really very small in the frame. As you can see here, it's really, really small in the frame. And once you actually end the whole sequence of about 40 shots, it is quite large in the frame. And I just want to show you that, the R3 is very consistent. It does 30 FPS even with third-party lenses. You can see this sequence of 30 shots. It starts at 00, ends at 00 before it becomes 01. So this is how the R3 is like. It does a good 30 frames a second, even with third-party lens. But most importantly, how accurate is it? So this vehicle is traveling at, say, 11 miles an hour or 18 km per hour, and I did 2 runs with it. Each run was only about 40 shots and 53 shots. And overall, I would say as the number of 5 stars as listed here, you can see that the first run had 32 5 stars, 6 4 stars, and the rest is 3 and 2 stars, about 2 of them. While the second run had 45 5 stars, 4 4 stars, and then 4 3 and 2 stars. And when I say 2 stars means that they are almost unusable status. 3 is quite soft and 4 is usable. 5 is nearly perfect. So how does this all put together as a percentage? It means that, with the R3, the total number of shots taken over the 2 tests was 93 shots. And there was 77 5 stars, 10 4 stars, 5 2 and 3 stars, which probably shots that I don't use. And, it puts in the percentage as 82% perfect shot, 11% usable shot, and 7% soft shot. Now, just to note that this is actually a very good performance because the vehicle is running towards the camera. It is the worst case scenario where the autofocus need to actually catch up with the subject itself at relatively high speed. I mean, the other more worse one is when the subject is probably more erratic, running left and right in different speed at all times. But it's hard to simulate that unless I have somebody else controlling. So sadly, I'm the only one controlling in this particular shoot itself. So, there's a limitation to what I can do. Now, what if you travel slower, right? Just now 11 miles per hour. What if I slow the speed down? The nice thing of this Traxxas vehicle is they can go down to 5 miles an hour or 4 miles per hour. Something like that would be like, 6 to 8 km per hour. It's quite a slow speed. It's about the speed of human jogging. And in that speed, it takes about 3 seconds, right? Rather than the 1.5 seconds in the earlier test, less than 1.5 seconds in the earlier test. So I took 107 shots. And out of these 107 shots, 92 were 5 stars, 7 were 4 stars, and 8 were 3 and 2 stars. So it means that when the vehicle is slower, the total number of usable shot, or should I say perfect shot first, is 86%. Usable shot is about 6.5%, and the soft shot is 7.5%. So the number of soft shot, regardless of it slow or fast, is about 7%. Which means that the R3 with a third-party lens, at least for a subject running towards you in close range, will result in about 7% shots that are not sharp, regardless is it fast or slow, which is quite an interesting finding. I was expecting the slow to have significantly better keeper and maybe 1 or 2% soft shot, but it seems to be not that Now, I'm not too sure why the results are like that. I probably need to do more investigation, but I thought that it's an interesting result and I want to bring it to you guys. The R3 vehicle detection actually works very well. It detects the vehicle while it's really small, as you can see in this video here. And when the vehicle comes towards you, it's quite big. You'll still continue boxing up the vehicle and focusing on the front of the vehicle, which is the defender word. So how I get sharpness is actually this defender word here. So overall, I think the R3 actually performs very well considering it's a third-party lens. I probably have to get a first-party lens to try, maybe a 7200 f4 or f2.8, and then try it out again and see whether I get a higher percentage. Because at least with the third-party lens, it looks okay because this is 30 FPS. Losing like 10% of the shots, 7% of the shots is not a big deal. You're talking about in the frame of 30, you have less than 3 soft shots, maybe 2 soft shots out of frame of 30, which if you ask me is quite little. Every second is bursting off, even with third-party lens, 30 FPS. Now, if you use the Sony A1, if I'm not wrong, in such a situation, it actually will slow down because the lens will actually need to focus and the camera will need to catch up to focus on the subject itself. So the Canon is actually quite, I would say, consistent when it comes to frames per second. So 30 frames per second, if you need that kind of speed, the R3 may still be for you. And even losing 7% shots, which is in the frame of 30, only 2 shots, I think it's okay because you have 28 usable shots to select from. And it's quite cool. I can collect, actually, I managed to select some shots where the car is in mid-air while it's braking because this car is moving at 18 km/h. When it brakes, the whole back of the car will flip out, as you can see in this shot here. So it's quite a cool thing. This is something that only 30 FPS could take because imagine the whole run was only 40 frames or about 1.35 seconds. And the whole braking procedure is less than 0.2 seconds because the car will just flip out and go down. So it's very nice that you have that 30 frames per second. And that's about it for today. I just want to show you this short little autofocus test. And in the future, I'll probably use this vehicle to do more autofocus tests. And maybe I'll get a bigger one or upscale this motor here so that it travels like 25 miles an hour. Oh, that's 40 km/h. And then it will really work out any camera and lens I have in the future. That's why I hope you enjoy this and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.